Hello and welcome to Spain, La Senegal, and it is World Cup final time. We are talking ICF Canoe Slalom. We've watched this morning the top athletes battle it out for 10 places in the finals, and today we're going to be watching the C1 women followed by the K1 men. Let's go straight into it. For C1 women, I'm Matthew Layton. Sidiris Tassiadis has come to see us, and Rhys Davis is also with us. So Sidiris, how are you?
I'm fine. Nice to be here, and I'm really excited to comment in today the final.
Well, you are arguably one of the, probably the top technician in the world, so you can tell us exactly what's happening, how, and the conditions out there. Rhys, you've been watching the semi-finals. How do you see the conditions?
The conditions still perfect. I mean, we can see the temperature on the screen, but it's nice, it's warm, but it's cool, and then still wind. It should be great for a final.
And Sidiris, you know the course very well. What are going to be the key challenges?
The key challenges is already under the bridge, gate number 12 to 13, and then the other upstream gate, 14. There is so important to be high on the upstream gate to don't lose so much seconds.
Well, we're going to see how it pans out. A lot of the big names had problems in the last couple of days. We'll see how this wonderful course, of course, the Olympic course. This is the standings after 4 races. Double points on play today. Jess Fox is leading. Victoria Wolfhart, Teresa Fizarova, and Ros Lawrence were also in the running earlier on. And it's a case of who is going to be the champion to be called the overall World Cup leader for 2018. C1 women final. Fox starts, Fox finishes. So Noemi and Jess are the 2 Australians in this final. There's a good spread out among the other nations, with Luca Janes, great to see her, able to double up in K1 Monica Doria de Villarubla for Andorra, but a local favourite, obviously living very, very close to here. So there's a good spread across the whole range. Sidiris, who are you looking forward to watching?
I'm looking for Noemi Fox. I think it will be good to see her. Maybe if she is good on the course, he can be on the top 3.
Clearly, obviously, the dynasty young Fox is specialising in C1 this season, and that's not what we want to see.
I think with her touch, she can go also to the top 3, or
2 touches though.
To touch too much.
Just looking a little bit panicked off the start. She's going to work hard to recompose on the rest of the course now.
I think until now she don't find the line. Maybe she was too nervous because she's the first paddler in the final.
Just looked like the pressure may have gone to her, but just recompose herself now. Not too bad at 7/8.
Really needs to settle down. But we did see quite a big spread. We see 9 seconds between the first and the 10th in the semi-final. In the semi-finals also earlier, there's quite a lot of spread in the men's. So it is possible to do something.
Yeah, there's always a chance. You got to keep paddling right until the end. The race isn't over until it's over. So you just.
Here's the key section, Sidiris, what you're talking about.
She does it okay, but not perfect. She lost, I think, there 2 seconds because she was, I think, too much on the right side.
Yes.
And the stopper don't stops you so good to go to the left.
Yeah, she failed to capitalise on that punt, but pulled it back. 14 wasn't too bad. Be interesting to see how the rest of the course goes now.
Because obviously the pressure is. Yesterday in the final, we saw Franz Anton first down, he came second, and Ricardo Funk first down, she came first. So it worked really well.
Yeah, the guys do it really, really well. And we will see what happens at the World Championships in 3 weeks.
I guess that's what you're all building towards.
Yeah.
Just stuck into 21. That's another penalty and more time being lost.
She looks a little bit tired for me.
Yeah, this hasn't gone to plan for her today.
But I think the takeaway is making the final.
Yeah, just sprinting on that far left side, losing time.
She's disappointed with that run.
So 1 out of 10 gone. Sidiris Tassiadis, Rhys Davis are joining me here in the commentary to tell us what they think. So we speculate that there may be some nerves there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Maybe it was the first final for her. I don't know.
No, it's not the first. She's done well, but it hasn't
for
made
this
the last
season.
couple of wins. Next to go, Andrea Herzog. Tell us something about Andrea Herzog.
Andrea Herzog is a young player from our team, from the German team. And she can be maybe in the future a really good paddler to be on the top 3 every time. She's paddling a lot with the water. She have a good feeling, and she tries to do every time the best. And this year she tries to push a little bit more if she goes on the downstream gate. We will see if she can do it today.
Good start though.
Yeah,
Yeah, a real solid start.
Good shot.
So, yeah, she executes this next move. Maybe quite a tight line going into 7. Let's see.
We see
Going
the
around
spin.
here.
Yeah. She go for the spin.
Oh, just picked up the touch.
Yeah.
Just about. Pop
And
it
have
up
you
into
spoke
it.
to Andrea today? Have you spoken to her?
No, I don't speak to her.
Let her just get on with her job.
I think the coach Felix Michel do it very well with the girls. He's the chief coach for the C1 ladies, and he do a lot of work with her.
Okay, just keeping the concentration. So far, looking good.
Beautiful in that upstream. That was perfect.
We see the next one.
That switch was very well timed going around the upstream, and then here again, beautiful
Was
upstream.
pretty good.
Yeah. A little bit duck and dive, we can see.
The problem with you, Sidowis, is you're such a perfectionist. If
Yeah.
it's pretty good, it's like amazing.
Let's see. So across going into this final upstream. Keep it moving, keep that speed around on it. That's nice and solid.
This is a good one.
Yeah, it's good
two,
run.
two
The line
faults.
is good.
How wide is the perfect line today?
Was yeah, it's a difficult question to say because here in Syria you have to go nearly the 5 centimeters to the line, because if you are more outside from the line you lose so much speed from the boat, and then you have to push it more with your arms.
And so how do you find the line, or you just know?
It was near the perfect, but not so. I can say that she can go better.
Okay, that's good to know. 18 years old, final, 13 seconds ahead of the others, and you can still go better.
Yeah, just a bit of time lost in the
Everyone
last
talks
two
about
upstreams.
why you're the only athlete who has the very large life belt. You're so good you don't need it, or you want to give the others a chance, or?
I give we give the chance. I don't speak so much with the younger guys because I want to have my ideas for me, you know.
Okay, but you have a wide life jacket.
Yeah, I have the white jacket because I like it. I prefer to have it because I tried also Peak and Hiko,
Yeah.
but for me it was not so perfect. I want to have it perfect. If I have something to wear, I have to be comfortable with it.
Alzu Minazova had a little challenges so far on the upper stages.
Yeah, just that little collision with the wall cost her time and knocked her into the gate. See how the rest of the course goes, but it's not a perfect start, that's for sure.
So Sidowis, when you mess up the first gate, how do you put yourself back in it?
I try, to push me more than I can sometimes, to be faster than the other guys.
Okay, so you just go for it.
She can go for it, I think so. Yeah, it's a touch time.
Oh,
There's another touch.
We see now the
it's quite far on the left, or on the far side there, too far on the right, and just didn't give enough contact with the stopper, so she fell off, and now she's low into 13.
I think 5 seconds she lost there, probably, yeah.
Yeah, it was expensive. Let's see the setup for this next upstream. Not too bad, but still maybe a little too far out. 9 seconds off. This is no podium for her today.
Not a perfect upstream gate. You see the other one? Was pretty good.
Yeah, carried good speed there. Good attack on the exit. Maybe just using the reverse too much there, losing speed and pushing the boat down, which led into that touch on 21. She's working hard to get to the finish.
I think the time of reference was 1:11 in there.
1:11, I think, yeah.
And so Sidhu, clearly it's going to be the where it all counts here next year in the World Championships. Are you going to be spending a lot of time here?
I tried to be on November here for 1 week for training this year.
Okay.
And then after the national championships or selection races, to be also I think 2 or 3 times more here to train a lot, because it's not too hard white water here, but it's sometimes too easy. But you have to be a lot of times here to know where the water is going to use it then for the race. And here you have to learn to push more than in Tartan.
Okay, exactly. Teresa Fizarova, that you can see the stats. She's been on form for a while now.
Yeah, she's a great athlete. Really knows how to move the boat. Good connection with the water. Just stuck enough. The gates there. Squeezing on the touch on 3. Good spin on 4. Let's see how she drives into 5.
A little bit down there. She lost a bit of time there. I think now she's trying to push more.
Oh, I think that just tapped her tail on the rocks, making it only just going to neck into that 7, working into 8.
Yeah, it looks good.
There's a sudden sense of urgency.
Yeah, just looked a little bit B-planny at times, but just bringing it back on the ball, and
Well, we
she's
can see
faster.
she's a bit on the spot.
Yeah, 2.5 up. This is good.
So it's the final, so these athletes need to give it their all. We've seen 3 athletes go down.
That was amazing. She managed to keep her balance from falling in there. She seemed to be leaning right at the back of the boat, trying to do everything she could to not fall in. Get on the switch, and it's time to attack
Now
and
she
focus.
touched it also the upstream game. I think she lost there more than 6 seconds.
That was a close call.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, she's gone from being up to definitely being down.
In the semi-finals she have here some problems. I think, yeah, now
Same again.
maybe she is trying there to push a lot, or to be near the gate or the pole.
No, it's all falling apart a little bit.
Yes. Clumsy errors going down here on the bottom. She's going to have to again review this race with the coach and find out why it all went wrong and why it fell apart.
So far 4 athletes have gone down. Vicki Wolfhart, who is having a cracking season so far.
Yeah, until now she wins this year the European Championships. Is currently leader from there in Prague. We will see how she managed it today.
She's always a contender for the medals, Vicki Wolfhart. Great paddler.
Just seeing some replays that come down every couple of minutes. So why do you have such a short paddle?
I love to have a short paddle because my blade is really, really big, and if my paddle is also longer, then I can't
have the exact control.
Yeah, this is it. And if I'm in the stoppers, I have a better feeling with a shorter paddle than it's if it's too long.
I guess it must help with the acceleration as well, because it's less levers, you can pull harder and get away quicker.
Here we go, 24 years old, part of the very, very successful small setup from Austria, Vicki Wolfhart.
Yeah, last year she paddles only with the C1 because she was not in the team with the K1. I think it was good for her to go better in the C1. We see now what she do. Yeah, she go for straight.
Really tight in the stop section of the course, carrying speed. Maybe just lost a little bit on the way in turn 8, but otherwise not bad.
No, she put a lot.
Yeah, really attacking down. I think we're going to see a quick split here.
Yeah, 4 seconds up.
Really good, and now
Very nicely done. See, set up onto the gate 12. Get the boat. Nice turn. A little bit low, but oh no, I think that switch cost her time there as well.
yeah.
I wonder if they're going to do a similar setup for the Worlds next year, because people are going to be sweating for 12 months on that. Could that change their life one upstream?
Yeah.
Oh
no, she's lost.
Oh, and her helmet's come off. Oh, she's going to chase after that. This is,
Are there any rules with your helmet coming off?
I think disqualified.
I think there is.
I don't know what happened, but I read sometimes that you are disqualified if you are not wearing a helmet.
And, well, she's that's the thing, if you have a Red Bull helmet, you have to put it back on again.
Yeah. Oh, it's a strap that's broken.
Oh no.
That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I remember them trying to enforce rules a few years ago that if the helmet strap was too loose that you'd get disqualified.
Yeah.
Of course.
To prevent this from happening. So
That's the first time I've seen this.
yeah, I've never seen it happen before.
Never see it.
Okay. So, it's looking even better for the young
For Andrea Herzog.
Andrea. Could we have
Yeah.
we have a German commentator, so maybe we can have a German victory. So what happens here? She goes under
We will see.
there.
To
It
win
looks like her head's come off at first.
Yeah, I was right. I thought she was swimming at first.
Did well to find the head.
Got caught up with the next stopper for her.
She's happy about that, Andrea. To manage a good final run.
No, reflecting on what's gone on there. Luca Jones, it's great to see her. Only 2 years, as far as I can see, experience in the C1. Took the challenge after clearly medaling in the Olympics.
Yeah, she's definitely building herself as a threat in the C1 side of things, Luca. Good connection, good skill in the water. She knows how to go quick. She knows from racing.
Let's hear from Andrea and see how she sees things in the final.
Andrea, you're leading the race at the halfway point in this final. 1:18 was your total. What time do you think it'll take to win the race today?
Well, I think 112 seconds will be enough. Jess had a 111 in the semi-final, so 112 definitely will be enough, I think.
Well, let's wait and see. Thanks, and well done so far.
So we know what she thinks then. So halfway down, 5 athletes to go. And what do you think, Sidoris? Do you think 112 is going to be enough?
For winning, I think you need 1:10.
There's Marilyn and all the Spanish around here. And you like this course or not?
I like this course here because it's you have to push or you have to attack a lot here at the gate, and you have to be every time there. You are not able or you are not allowed to sleep a little bit, because if you are sleeping then it's over.
Okay. No sleeping then. If you're young athletes coming up, Sidoris Tasiadis is saying don't sleep on the course. And here's Luca Janes. Let's see what she can come forward and do.
I see her sometimes in the training she looks so good, and maybe she can manage it today.
Let's see if today's a day. Like Sidoris said, in training on the water she can do some great stuff, but just slipping out on 4. Didn't have the connection of the boat into the eddy.
Interesting.
To work hard. It's a bad place for it to go wrong, but she might be able to absorb it the rest of the course if she can get back onto a plan.
Yeah, she tries every time to keep the boat going.
Heavy uses for sure. Tasted a little
Nice
back of the blade
option
work on there. That was good. Give me a touch on it, but
Well, look at that,
Yeah, she was a
1.39 up.
fast,
So she has the raw speed.
yeah, she have the speed. We will see now.
oh, just too far out the back there. You could almost see her coming down the drop that just wasn't upstream enough. She was turning after she went past the stopper, so it was always going to go wrong. She's punting her way up the wall, desperately trying to get back into the gate so she can get back on her run.
I think she was too much on the right side. If she goes down, and then the stopper don't stop you to go to the left side.
But that's the crucial move today, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
in the
this is-
semi-finals and the finals, it's taken out really good athletes as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think in the future, or it was there on this place, the stopper was another, because now they changed some stones over
Just
the
above
bridge.
the bridge.
Yeah,
That's right.
And now there is only a wave, and this wave is always changing a little bit. And you have to look if you are there, what the wave is going, or what doing the wave, and then you have to do your best, or to turn the boat more, or to be more on to the left side, to go with the stopper to the left. And this is a pretty hard move there.
Is it a fair move?
If you're training a lot here, then it's fair.
I see.
Yeah, I think it's one of those moves that everyone will do it in the training sessions as well, because it's such a standout classic move in sail that you've got to anticipate it.
But that could be the key to Olympic qualification.
It could well
Yeah,
be.
maybe.
Anyway, that gives you something to think about when you're over the next few years. So this is the looking down the course. These are the 12, 13, 14, the standard moves, which almost defines the course. And you can see there's the spotters on the left-hand side. You can see the fans. In the middle, you can see the athletes. Monica Doria Villarubla will have local knowledge. Only still 18. She's been on the scene since at least 3 years.
Definitely a young athlete coming up and through, and again with Andorra being so close, she's had plenty of access on the water here.
Yeah, it looks good. And the spin on number 4 was good, and now she is trying to keep the boat going. She have the feeling here, because I think she leaves here, and she starts the first time for Andorra.
Oh no!
Clipping the bow on the outside pole. Just not having that pre-turn set swing. She's exposing herself to that danger. She's powering through the rest of the course. Just a little bit down on the split,
Yeah.
but still in contention.
No, that was the wrong side.
That was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no doubt about that. At least in the last couple of days, the 50s have been not contentious.
Yeah, they've been clear 50s, but I think that goes to say the new upgrade in the ICF of having the videos on the gates means that we can be more confident in the decisions, and these risky calls are becoming less and less frequent, so it's great to see. But unfortunately there today, she did just come on the wrong side of the gate, and it was a very clear-cut 50.
But she's fighting.
Still going
Yeah.
just low in 17. It's definitely not the run that she wanted to put down in this final today.
So we're definitely not going to be a medal. Just going back to you, Sirius Tassiadis, because you are probably the world's top paddler. What are your plans in the next couple of weeks leading up to Rio?
And next week I'm at home for 1 day, for 1 week. I train there in Augsburg, and then I fly on 17th on Monday to Rio, and I train then 5 days before the World Championships in Rio, and then my plan is to be in the final, and then to attack the other guys.
Excellent. Let's hope it comes true. So 3 athletes left. Nadine Rechnig from Austria. She's a very talented paddler.
Yeah, she's really talented paddler because she has a lot of power. She's a lot in the gym, and if she's walking here on the course, she looks like a bodybuilder sometimes.
A very fine-tuned athlete. There she goes.
And that strength and that power definitely pays off as well in the water. You can see a bit when she sets off how much she can move the boat.
Yeah, she changed the model from a boat until 3 weeks, I think. She had before the model from Vatican, and now she has the wider model from Slavkovsky. It's the Hype. It's more wider the board, not so small.
A lot of people moving on to the Hype. I think it's quite a versatile, balanced boat, which
I think with this boat is a little bit easier to go to race with it, because it's easy to drive it.
Yeah, that tracking has always been an issue in the Vedas. That's for the Gala sport boats. A lot of the athletes like them just because they move the boat so forward so easily.
So looking good so far. 3 more athletes to go, and this is the final of the C1 women. 5 seconds up.
Really quick on that split. So we're going, but here's the key move coming up. She's going to hold it together for here. It's just there. They're a bit low. Didn't quite have the turn set up enough in time for 12, which exposed her to that little wobble.
Do you know what she does? Yeah.
Not bad. She can absorb that.
It's okay.
So still 5 seconds up, but she'd be wanting to go for the gold.
And we see her. She don't change the pedal. She goes like the C1 man. She don't switch it.
They're holding on the crossbar there. It's good skill to develop, but is it going to be losing her time? Last few gates to go. Can she hold it together?
Well, it's going to go in the lead. So we have Mallory Franklin and Jess Fox to go. 2 seconds penalty.
Yep.
No doubt about taking the lead.
She's going to the finish.
1:14.72.
Well, there's a medal.
Yeah, there's a medal. In the worst case, the bronze medal.
Yeah. Well, that's a very competitive run from there.
So at 18, World Cup final. Right, 2 to go. Mallory Franklin. So Lewis, what do you like about Mallory?
About Mary, I can say she's a great peddler. She tries every time to be on the podium or to be the best. We see that in Pole last year at the World Championships. She had the victory, and she always switching also the boat, the models.
She switched the Hype as well.
Yeah.
She used to be, I think she was in Neo Pink and Yellow for a few years.
Yeah, for 3 years, yeah.
What's that? I guess she's looking for something a bit softer and quicker, and especially for a course like Lee Valley where she trains on all the time. I think having a bigger boat of that model makes it just a little bit easier.
Yeah. Well, here she goes, second last to go. Also medalled in the K1 yesterday.
Mallory's a great paddler. Really knows how to move the boat quickly, and she's been involved in the sport for so many years. I think she got involved in the British program when she was about 11, which is really young.
Nice Amsterdam there, and it's a good start for Mallory.
Nice little switch there to take this move on her onside. In and out, good loading the edges and transferring to the exit and get the speed back into the flow. This is what Mallory does so well. Second up, that is a quick top split.
But she's not phased by the big bumpy water, is she?
No, not at all. She's completely comfortable on the white stuff. That was beautiful.
Just better than I.
Wow.
Yeah, she just looks so settled and composed through that there. It wasn't even a move for her.
Pretty good. Upstream gate also with now nearly 3 seconds faster.
Yeah, it's great watching Mallory at times. She can make the white water look like it's flat water when she's on her day.
We saw Jess in the semi-final go 1:11. She's on target to do 1:10. I'll give Jess something to think about.
Oh, just losing time there.
Yeah.
That's going to cost her a bit of an advantage. Oh no! She's going to have to go for a
And
back
2-second penalty though.
Oh, she's going to be annoyed with herself for that. Still in contention for the lead, I think, but
Here she goes for the lead. Yeah.
oh, very quick run. So I think she easily lost about 2 seconds in that error
110 is good.
and the penalty.
Well, Andrea said the winner's going to be 1:12. Let's see if Jess Fox can do something about it. So Sidowitz, you've had lots of wins this season, but Jess is amazing, huh?
This season was really amazing for Jess because on the first part of the World Cups she wins every race. This is amazing. This girl is really good, and I think for some people she is also an idol.
Yeah.
I can say it. And yesterday she won the overall.
Well, she's won the overall today.
And today I think
Yeah,
also
by going to the final.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the zone.
it's amazing. We will see what she does today.
We're running out of space for World Championships.
Yeah, just goes to show how successful she's been. She's a great role model on and off the water. Let's see what she does in this final run.
I think she's so in focus. We see now what she do.
Well, yesterday she was saying she regretted taking too many risks, which put her in 10th place in the final. But it's always a learning process.
Yeah, that's the thing with racing. You've got to always find something to improve on for the next day, whether it goes well or goes badly.
So, Lewis, you ever thought of doing K1?
I don't go with the K1 because I not have so good feeling on the right side.
Okay, well, Jess Fox so far is looking to put forward a copy run.
Until now she looks really good. She have a good speed.
Maybe not enough pre-turn in that upstream, and have to work hard to turn it round and then re-accelerate it back out into the flow.
Well, it's interesting. Look at this, slightly down.
Yeah, that was all on the
1 second.
up eight. But if she nails the bottom half, she can take it back. So it was in the last upstream where Mallory lost her time.
Ooh.
Beautiful punt there. Lots of speed out.
We have a race on our hands.
She's back on the offensive.
Yes. She's attacking a lot.
Well, 1.44. Can it be made up?
A late penalty on gate 8 as well. It's going to cost the time. Beautiful.
Mallory Franklin
yeah,
is leading so far.
The timing on the switch there was really interesting. It seemed like she went for it so late, but was still able to keep her traction in the gate and the control.
Well, this is where Mallory lost it at time.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, so
We
let's see
see
how it
now.
works out.
I think it will be really close.
See, point everything she
she-
can to get it moving.
Oh, we will see now.
Really
She's pushing
hammering
a
it.
lot.
Yes, Jess Fox is going to win.
Oh, nice one.
5 out of 5.
Amazing season. for her.
Amazing, yeah. It's not able to go better than she is going this season.
Just the world champs for her now.
Yeah, now the world champs. Maybe she can go with this pressure or not. But I think, yeah, because she's a lot of years in this sport and she can manage it.
So you're a winner of well there. Do you actually feel less pressure than other people, or do you handle it better?
I can handle it better with the pressure.
Okay, when there's that on, that's just in your nature.
And for me it starts if I was at 21 years old, like that. Before I was younger, like 18, I had too much pressure from. I do it at myself, and then I can go so good if I can.
Okay, so you learn to control.
I learned to control it, yeah.
Silvia Tassiadis with Rhys Davis joining us on the commentary. So yes, once again, the start list varies, but the result list doesn't. Jess Fox has now won all 5 World Cups this season, which I'm not sure has ever been done before.
I think not.
I have no idea personally, but it's definitely an achievement. That's some incredible paddling this year from her.
It's amazing.
There's Mother giving a
Mother's also happy.
little sister. All the family and friends are there. So that's almost half the program over. We've seen a very, very dynamic C1 women. Let's hope we'll have a little chat with Jess in a minute once she's stopped being congratulated. You can watch the replays. You can go to @PlanetCanoe to check out the Twitter feed, which our friend might be doing at the moment. And the classifications say Jess Fox takes gold for Australia, Mallory Franklin takes silver for Great Britain, and the Nida Vrachnik takes the third place bronze for Austria, with Andrea Herzog just missing out, but she predicted that almost.
Yeah, she said already that she have to go faster than 112 to be on the top 3.
So great, great race there. So Sidovis, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
We've really enjoyed you, and we're going to see your compatriot Sebastian Schubert, who should be coming in a minute or two. So Reese, what did you think?
I thought it was a great final. Some very quick paddling going on from Mallory and from Jess. Really great paddling. But now it's time to see what goes on in this kayak men final.
Well, we're going to have a quick chat with Jess Fox and just see what her reactions are.
Jessica Fox, 2018 World Cup champion. 5 wins from 5 starts. How are you feeling?
Thrilled. Yeah, look, it's been an amazing World Cup season, and I heard that Mallory and Nadine put down some fast times, and I just gave it everything in that race, and I'm thrilled to come away with that overall title.
Well, great performance. Thanks very much, Jessica, and we'll see you at the World Championships in 3 weeks' time.
Sebastian Schubert, you're one of the world's top athletes. What she's done is amazing. Look at the standings here. She's come first, not surprisingly. Mallory Franklin moves up to second. Vicki Wolfhart is third. But Sebastian, to see an athlete who is just a little bit better than the rest.
Like Jess?
Yeah.
She was impressive this year. Like in the C1, she won every race. And in the K1 4 of 5 races in the World Cup. So pretty impressive season, yeah. And I don't know, it's kind of an idol for everyone, I think.
Great, pushing the sport further. Well, you've won the standings a couple of times. You're not going to win this year, unfortunately. Yuri Puskovic is leading. Darius Popuela, Matthew Biebziziu. Then it could all change because we do have those in the final. So you've won the overall standings twice or 3 times? Twice.
Yes, twice in 2013 and 14.
Exactly. So thanks so much for joining us today. And you were in the semi-finals. This is the start list of the athletes we're going to see. So a good spread of nations. Lucien Delfour was 10th, so he's going to be first off. And Matthew Biazizu was the fastest. Who do you like in here, Sebastian?
Yeah, usually the French and Spanish are pretty good on this course. But it will be interesting to see for the overall World Cup with Yuri Puskovic already with a huge lead. And the fight for the second with Biazizu and with Prindish, I guess. So we'll be excited to see.
Reese and I were commenting on the actual the semi-finals. Where's the key move for you in the final?
It's hard to say. It's like the 7-8 on top. It's a bit depends on the water level you get. But the most important move is 12-13. The down and the upstream at the bridge, where you can lose a lot of time. So we are on the way with Lucien Delfour.
He looked good, didn't he? He looked really light and knew what he wanted to do.
He is paddling really efficient. I haven't seen him paddling so much this season because he skipped, I think, the first World Cup. But especially here in Laseo, he is always fast.
Yeah, he's very good at gliding his boat and just keeping it on the top of the water, timing those jumps. Good movement through there. Again, he just looks like he's not trying, but we know he is. We know he's speedy and he's quick.
He's a lot of control in this one so far, so I think he can risk a bit more in the bottom to be as fast as the fastest guys.
Well, we saw the top 5 or 6 within a second in the semi-finals, so you may have to do something special.
Yeah, it's always incredible close in La Seu because the white water is not so hard as on other courses.
So Lewis was saying it's too easy.
No, it's not too easy. I like it actually.
I think it makes for good, exciting racing when everyone's so close and so tight. That's where you see risks being taken.
He's doing a good run so far, not with super much speed, but the line is pretty good.
Well,
And no mistakes so far.
Ricky Funk, we saw her going first in the final yesterday for the women and coming off with the win.
Yeah, we will see what time Lucien will do. So the run is really good and fluent.
Good through that
Fastest-
stagger.
The fastest time was 93.9 in the first run. I guess he will be a bit slower, but not much.
Looks like it'll be around 94 mark.
Oh, he's a bit faster
Oh,
actually.
there we go.
Already faster than the winner of the semi-final.
Well done, Lucien Delfort. From your experience, Sebastian, if you were starting maybe the 5th or 6th, would you be aware of what the first guys are doing, or are you just so much in your bubble?
In the final, you know that you have to do everything you can, and everyone is pushing so hard, so it's no time for tactic in the final.
So if Gennaro does a 90, you just go, okay.
I have to try.
Okay.
I remember the World Cup in Krakow this year where Joe Clark was 10th after the semi-final and did an amazing run in the final. So, and I was talking with Ziri at the start line. Oh, it will be hard to win, yeah. Maybe we should fight for the 2nd place.
No. Okay. And in sometimes in Augsburg, it's unfair for the rest because you're so fast. They don't have a chance.
Yeah, it depends on the course setting always. But if you have your home course, you can use the advantage of the water because you know it better, like we in Augsburg or like the Spanish and French here.
And Sebastian, will you be spending much time here in the next few months?
I think we're coming here in November for a week of training, and then during next summer we will spend here a lot of time. Yeah.
So Giovanni Di Gennaro, Olympian, really come into his own in the last 2 or 3 years. He's taken over from Daniele Molmenti as a real serious athlete.
He can go really fast. He's sometimes really it's hard to beat because he's doing a lot of risk sometimes in upstream gates. So we will see what he will do today.
He's on a flyer, isn't he?
Yeah, real tight to that pole on 4, in and around 5. He's pushing it hard right now.
Won in Leipzig last year. And he said he's been putting on a lot of muscle. Molmenti been making him train hard over the winter.
Yeah, he's looking strong, yeah.
Oh, that's close.
Beautiful up. Getting back on the charge. Maybe just a little bit of stall from being too tight on it, but we'll see how he contends.
But he's ahead, 1 second.
Yeah.
If he can keep it.
Do you enjoy this moment when you're coming down to 12? Are you thinking, oh no?
If you come down, you're just like breathing, waiting for the stopper, and try to make the right strokes.
You have to make a different decision. And then 14 as well, we had some challenges. Great overhead drone shots.
Still 1 second up.
Could be on something quick here.
He's pushing hard in this area. It's good to see. Yeah, nice upstream. So I think he's on a really good run.
Yeah, so much pre-turn set for that up that all he had to do was like a cheeky little dabbing sweep, and he
Even
was
this
out.
one was great.
Well, he's looking forward to a really good run.
Good
Giovanni
speed
Gennaro for
outside.
Italy.
So there he goes, last 2 gates.
Oh, we'll be around 92 maybe.
Wow.
And he's sprinting to the finish line. 93.2.
Wow. And he's happy.
He's happy, yeah, obviously.
Is that the best? Is that the best emotion in this sport when you've just crossed the line?
When you cross the line and see the minus on the time and you're leading,
and you've done a good run.
Yeah.
I think it's the relief of putting a good run in the final as well.
Yeah.
There's so much pressure on you, and you always know that this sport is unpredictable, and whether or not the water will be in your favour. So to put on something that you can be proud of is just a magical feeling.
Reese made the finals of the 2014 Deep Creek Worlds, but that was in C2, wasn't it?
Yes. And then 2015 was our final season, and these days off for coaching with the Irish team.
we saw David Lorente a few seconds before on the course, so
Yeah.
like you asked me before, I think he knows the times now.
Well-
So the pressure is on for him.
Second last to go in his home course, but we're at 20 years. Can you remember being 20 years old? You don't care, do you?
Oh, I'm 10 years older now.
So that's a great thing about this final. We have some youths and then some really experienced athletes.
Now it's Hannes Eigner from Germany, my teammate. So
He looks very lean this year.
Mhm.
Has he been doing lots of training?
I think he has, yeah. He was not in the team last year, so he was motivated to being back in the team this year, and he finished third in Augsburg at the World Cup, fourth at the Europeans at the beginning, so now he's on his run.
And he's powerful and fit.
He is. It was a good line so far.
Goes off.
A
Nice
bit
start.
late for the wave, but
Carried lots of speed through in
Mhm.
the eddy. Maybe just missing that jump a little bit.
you see a huge difference to Lucian at the beginning.
Yeah, just in terms of the pace and the aggression in fighting the course.
Good upstream here.
He's telling the water what to do.
Mm-hmm. 1 second down, so some work to do in the bottom.
Yeah, but there is some time to be made there.
Will he be aware that he's slow?
Hmm?
Will he be aware that he's off the pace?
No, I don't. It looked okay, so I think the feeling is okay for him so far. Good upstream here.
Yeah,
He
making
made
time
the
back.
big time, yeah.
Good.
Are you nervous, Sebastian?
Oh, a little bit, yeah, of course. It's always good to have one of our team on the podium. Bit slow for the exit, and we saw like De Gennaro is a pretty solid finish.
Did he
Come
catch the
on.
bow?
Yes. Maybe losing a bit
Yeah,
of time there again, just stalling a bit on the exit.
So 92 is the time to go for. He's going to be outside that
Oh,
lane.
he will be outside, yeah.
He's getting on the offensive. He sprinted a lot earlier than Giovanni did going
Oh,
through.
95 third place.
And it's a painful long.
But it's sometimes on this course you feel like you have a good run, but you're slow because you didn't use the water enough, but you gave everything. But
Yeah. So that way it can be half a centimetre offline and it can cost you like half a second.
So there's quite a lot of athletes coming over the line looking confused.
yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
know what. You didn't look confused.
No, I didn't look confused. My mistakes were like big, so I knew that I was bad.
Okay.
I
Did
was
you
okay.
manage to recuperate your paddle?
Hmm?
You get your paddle back when you.
Yeah, I got it back, but I had to be fast.
Sebastian Schubert, great champion, didn't quite click today.
Yeah, that's life. Sometimes it happens.
So for you, the key is in 2.5 weeks' time.
Yeah, it is. It will be hard in Rio de Janeiro. The course is, if I remember watching the Olympics, like top 6 were so close together. Because it's not similar to here, but from the how close the people are together, it will be kind of the same.
Well, let's hope so.
I expect some hard racing actually.
Good.
And with the standard of the field these days, like all these guys are so quick.
Mm-hmm.
So next to go, Martin Dugu for Switzerland. Let's see how he copes with the pressure. Certainly has the talent.
I think I don't know if it's his first final, but maybe second.
Often he's there or thereabouts in the heats. Can
Yeah.
put down a really fast time.
Yeah.
Just can he? I think he'll take the risk.
He improved like a lot in the last years.
Well, he went professional. He had to have a job before,
Ah, okay.
and then he said, "Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to really go for it."
Seems like it's paying off because
Mm-hmm.
he's
We're both
so
from Geneva,
light
so-
and dynamic on the water.
He has a really nice technique actually.
Yeah, no, he's great to watch.
Yeah, nice up. And got a lot of speed outside, so. Whoa. Like, that's what I mean. It's amazing. 2 seconds behind.
Great, but not quite there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
he nailed
that was
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice setup onto the wave, and just being able to carry the speed all the way into the breaker and then transfer it down that punt.
Yeah, it was some 2 good upstreams in the middle part, yeah, and he made up half a second.
He's going to have to really ping this next upstream to stand a chance.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it was good.
Good speed outside.
I think this break is where he can make a bit of time on Giovanni. Let's see. Oh, just stalling a little bit there.
But you can see how hard everyone is pushing down. We haven't seen a touch so far in this final.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's maybe a possibility of a medal.
Oh, I think he's just looking off the pace. but
Kind of
we'll
harness
see.
time, yeah.
No,
Fourth
just
place, yeah.
outside. Fourth. So happy but annoyed.
Yeah, if you win the final, you will use your chance to make a medal, but it's hard. Now we have Nico Testain next one. I think it's the first time for him in a World Cup final.
Yeah, tell me something about Nico.
Hard. I haven't seen-
Exactly.
I
It
haven't
hasn't been much on the international scene.
Yeah, he's
I suppose if you're in the same program as Peter Kauser, you should at least have experienced good
Yeah,
things.
I think you can learn. I don't think they train together quite often, but at least if you see him on national races or in some training sessions, you can always learn from Peter.
I think with the Slovenian team as well, if you're making that team, you know you're a good paddler.
Yeah.
So we've got a high standard over there.
And we saw like a couple of medals in the junior under 23 category from the Slovenians in the last years, so
The program's looking good for the future.
Yeah, no, from my athletes, Nico Testin was one of the ones they wanted me to like capture video for in the Bratislava Euros this year, the under 23. So he's certainly one of the young ones I've definitely got an eye on.
Anyway, let's see if he's nervous. He certainly looks concentrated. But this is great there because you're up with your heroes and there's nothing to lose.
there's nothing to lose for him for sure.
If you make the final, you can just go all nothing, just push it all on the line.
But we see always strong Slovenians in Laseo actually. Like we saw yesterday, Benny Savcek and Luka Boslic performing well in the C1, or like Peter Kauser in the past.
Really nice start there for Nico. Let's see how it moves along. Yeah,
He's fast
yeah, good top half by the
Yeah.
looks of it.
and really fluent. The boat moved all the time, so
So Sebastian, or both of you, are you actually watching the boat or him or just the package?
the package. But it's always important to have the it's a bit low in this upstream. I want to say like if the boat is moving all the time, it's I think a good sign for being fast.
So that's what Ricky Funk does all the time.
Yeah, that's what Ricky does all the time. True.
Well, 1.54 off the pace, that's not bad.
Still in charge for the third place so far.
Especially on this course more than others, it's not just about moving, it's also that it's moving direct in a straight line because it's so easy for the boat to start sliding out and for time to just be bleeding out of your runs. But Nico's still on the ball. Maybe just too much on the tail again in that breakout. So it's a very subtle one upstream. It's very easy to lose little bits of time. Landing on his edge there.
He touched the K21, I think. It's
Outside the medals.
yeah.
So far, we've seen two athletes come down to the top 10 faster than anything that was done in the semi-finals.
I think also that was our first penalty at the final.
Well, we're going to hear from Giovanni in a minute or so. Good-looking Giovanni.
He's looking good, yeah.
He knows it.
So now it's interesting for the World Cup standing overall with Prinic next on the start line.
Yeah, definitely have to get your calculators out. And I think we're going to hear, hopefully, from Giovanni first. We have this new system where we try and ask them if they're going to win. So, winning the overall World Cup, that's a highlight to put down in your career, I guess?
Of
Shows
course
you're
it is,
one of the
yeah.
best consistency. And you've done it twice so far.
I'm always trying to come back to this level for like all the season, but so far I'm good on a couple races, but not on the consistency. But
Do you, being German, you analyse it, I guess.
I do.
And what's the conclusion?
I haven't found one yet. I always think I can make it, but it's always hard. I mean, the level of the other paddlers is so high at the moment, like Yuri and Witt and Kauser, they're all so strong and fast, and it's just hard to beat. But actually, we will see today in the 5th World Cup, the 5th winner in the K1m.
Wow! So that shows the depth of the
Yeah.
the depth of the field.
I think it's also important to take luck into account for these finals because everyone's at such a high standard that really, I don't think there's any major differences for each paddler. It's just a bit of what happens on the day, whether you get good water or you get away with it, you know, with your risks.
But it is often, you can often pick 3 or 4 of the same athletes who are in the final pretty much all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Yuri made all the finals this year. So far. Maybe Vit as well. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, there was no final last week.
Exactly.
Giovanni, we're at the halfway point in this 10-boat final. You're in the race lead. Is it going to be enough to take the race win today?
Well, I don't know. There are still a lot of guys that can improve my time. I'm not sure that it will be so easy. I hope to get a medal, but let's play it.
So 5 boats still to go. They're the fastest from the semi-final. Who are the big challengers that are going to challenge your time?
I think any of them can actually have a good run. There are 2 Spanish guys that they know the course really well. Then the 2 Czechs are probably the top guys here. And then we have Mathieu that had a really great first run, and last week he got a medal as well. So we will see. They all can like fight for it. So
great. Thank you, Giovanni.
Well, he's resting very diplomatic there.
I think it's just the respect he has for the field. He knows nothing's a given.
Right, who's next to go? Vit Prindis. I spoke to Vit yesterday, and I said, "How are you, Vit?" He went, "Awful. I've been ill all week. A sore throat." And then he comes and does this.
He's a defending World Cup champion. He had an impressive season last year with 3 wins.
Yeah, exactly. He always looks so, is it light on the boat? He just flies across the water.
Yeah, it was a super start. Gets the wave.
Vit is also very good on keeping his boat running with speed.
Especially out of the upstream gates. Oh, he picked up a touch at gate 5.
Didn't even see that.
No, me neither.
Lovely speed out of 8 though. Yeah, it starts
maybe hard with a touch, but just a second.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It starts just a little bit more conservative than the other Czech paddlers, but still makes him work wonders for himself. Beautiful line around there. Let's wait and see what he does on the 14.
It was fast, but this early touch will maybe cost him the medal in the end.
Yeah. Quick pace otherwise though.
So Brindis is only 5 athletes to go in the K1 final.
Just lost a little bit of time there in 17, going a bit more around the gate, not quite as snappy as some of the other athletes have seen.
Took a really close line here. Short exit, but it won't be enough for the lead.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in charge for the 3rd, but
that final
you see he's sprinting hard. You can see he's giving everything.
No.
5th, please. It's the touch, yeah.
Touch, and I think just a bit of time lost in that. I don't think the tight line out of the last upstream really helped him that much.
He lost a couple of speeds there, yeah.
So next to go we have some local knowledge. Juan Crespo. Juan Crespo looked like he was just cruising down. He looked really controlled.
He's always so good in La Seu. If you watch him paddling here, it's amazing.
Do you have a reference when you look at the video? Do you just watch yourself, or do you look at other athletes?
Oh, I look other athletes as well.
And who
First
are
I
the
look
ones?
at myself, and then most times I watch Peter Kautzer, Yuri, Vit, Joe Clark, and some locals on the courses. Yeah.
Fair enough. Just to get the balance of what's going to go on.
So Juan Crespo next, yeah.
Well, he's getting good support from
the crowds. Yeah.
We have the local announcer. He's also the local radio announcer, so everyone, of course, knows his voice.
I think there are a couple of people here to watch it this year, more than the last year. So
the weather's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
We had with the funniest part was when we had the demo runs on. Was it Thursday, Friday, and just everyone sprinted away. We had a big storm, but the actual weather for here has been perfect. No wind.
No wind. Yeah, it's perfect.
Not too hot
today. Yeah, 25 degrees.
Well,
so he's
30 years old.
The same age as me.
Young,
yeah.
Here he comes. Yeah, that speed, it's giving it around. I think it was just a little bit low coming into
Yeah.
5, and had to work hard to pull himself back up through the gates. Driving
This
through
move
6,
was
7.
great. Now he's on 7-8.
Good speed across in that movement.
Yeah, great up here.
He's on the
And now
charge.
He's pushing.
See how he's on the split. I think might be just a little bit down.
That's what we want.
Just
in
0.3.
Yeah, it's in contention, that's for sure.
That's the local move now.
We must get this right.
Yeah, and he did.
Oh, that was beautiful.
No excuses.
Is the pole swinging a little bit?
Yeah.
Good
Just a
eye
second,
touch.
no.
Oh, a shame.
Well, so he would be in touch.
Yeah, he's fighting for the third now with Hannes.
Yeah.
Oh, great up here.
That was beautiful. Just this last upstream to go. Let's see if he's got anything special lined up here. I think that's the best we've seen that being done today.
Great speed outside.
Oh, that's close.
Oh.
Cutting the lines here. But he is still fast.
Could be a medal.
Oh, he's pushing hard. The way to the finish line is far.
This shows the. It's deceptive, isn't it? The last 20 meters.
Yeah.
It was a show kind of how well Giovanni kept it together for that last bit.
So he's looking good, isn't he? But look at the last athletes. You've got
Prishkovitz, Lorente and Biasisu.
well, Biazizu on his day is an absolute flyer.
Yeah.
Laurenti's young, local knowledge. And Priskovich is not bad.
Yeah, Yuri can always put something special down.
I was talking to Mathieu at the beginning of the season after the second World Cup, where he was not so satisfied with his performance on the first two races, especially because he didn't make the French team for the World Championships. And now he said to me he wants to improve and get more consistency to his runs, and it seems he did. So he was really good today in the first run. Even last week he finished third. So
It must be quite frustrating to speak with his best friend, saying, "How did you do?" Well, I won them both again. What about you? Here we go. That's the lineup at the moment. Giovanni
still the first, still the first three who went down today.
So Yuri Piskovich.
Oh, he can be unbeatable in some days. And I think but maybe he's more thinking for the overall World Cup today and not risking so much, but
that'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah, what mind games will be going on when you...
But usually Yuri wants to win always, so...
Well, it's a flying start.
Yeah. Right in and out of this upstream.
It's maybe a little heavy on his edge coming out there and landing on the back of the wave, stalling him slightly.
And everyone talks about forever.
Oh, it's a different line.
Oh. You like it?
He was a bit unlucky with the water, I think, but the line was fast, yeah, but it cost time because he was not so close into the upstream gate.
So half a second back.
Yeah.
He can make it.
But Yuri's one of those paddlers who's he's been on the bank all his life, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think his dad's been coaching the team for years, so he's had that exposure from the word go. I think his dad medalled at the Nottingham Worlds in '95.
He's in charge, but he has to do something special to make it.
This is what... Ooh.
And he didn't.
No, I thought that would be the race where he was going to take advantage.
So we think he's dropped back a bit more, maybe.
Yeah, that was good. It's 89, 90. Not for the first place.
Oh, just looks like he's losing speed there at the bottom.
On to third place.
So, well, could be happy with the run. 2 athletes to go. We know that Giovanni Genoa has a medal.
And he knows that he won the overall World Cup, I think.
Yep.
Because his advantage was big, so it's the first time of his career, so.
Nice, good for him.
Joins the exclusive club.
Czechs celebrating on the side. Giving the camera attention.
Well, they've all got the same jerseys on, haven't they, this time? They've got the same, lots of them.
Giovanni is happy, he has a medal guaranteed now.
He's going for his Hollywood role.
We see how the boat is dropping down a bit in this part, so
There's a little bit of instability in the boat as well. So it's going across, it was kind of rocking from side to side.
Two athletes to go. David Lorente. Can he hold it together? It's a good stage to be on. We saw Mylin Shue take the silver medal yesterday.
but I'm surprised. The Spanish are not as good as in the last years here. Not so many in the final. Maybe because many people were training here already for next year.
I think that was it, isn't it? Their natural advantage is wicked away. So 21 years old.
Well, they're saving something for next year. Keep the tricks hidden.
He is a very powerful paddler.
Yeah, real long arms, just really long reach. As you get in the front. Good speed through there. Saw the boat was skipping over the water, just keeping its momentum. Good sweep in and out. Driving through.
But it doesn't look so fluent like the others before.
Yeah, he took that wide line in the approach of 7 as well, where he went really right and cut back, and I don't know if that's going to be costing him time or not. Let's see when it comes to the splits, but I think he's going to be down.
1.3 down. But as a Spanish local, maybe he can make up the time.
He knows what.
Oh,
good save.
good save, yeah, but
Still lost 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's going to have to cost them the podium for today.
Yeah,
sure.
So Lucien Delfour looks like he has a medal. Giovanni.
Giovanni can smile a little bit more.
3.2 seconds down.
Let's see how he hacks this penultimate upstream. Oh, just a little bit slow on the exit as well. Not quite doing his best there today.
This was good, but I don't know. He's too much behind.
Yeah, I think.
And
That
picked
was
up a
already
touch.
done.
Oh,
no! Oh!
Oh! Shit.
Doesn't know where he is.
He's a bit confused now. But it's okay, I think. After making an Eskimo roll.
If you can't win, you need to put on a show.
Oh, poor guy.
Unlucky moment for the Spanish.
Half out on that final gate, and he went upside down through the penultimate gates.
So
Good
we know
stem.
2 of the medalists at least want to go.
Mathieu Biasisu.
And I know he was still in the running. He might take the 2nd place in the overall standings. Looks like Yuri is probably one, I think.
Yeah. Mathieu won the World Cup in 2016. Overall, yeah. Oh. He just can get a paddle out of the water.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be able to bring it back, but that final support sliced down and dragged him in.
So what do you do there? Just take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Panic and roll up as quickly as he can, because you know that gate's approaching.
But it took him a long time to roll up.
Yeah, it looks like he couldn't find himself.
Yeah, but there is, if you're in front of your home crowd, you're in the final. Massive expectations maybe from yourself and your friends. And we do see Mathieu Biasisu with his unique style.
Yeah, it's great to see him paddling.
Such a technician.
Great line in the top.
His forward stroke work is something else. Really nice, really kind of rhythmical and light.
So far so good. Last competitor of the day.
Yeah, good speed there.
Yeah.
His acceleration was immense.
He's super fast so far.
See him being able to just get up and move the boat.
He's
all
well
over
up.
again.
Yeah.
1.21 seconds up.
That is pacey.
This is crucial.
He made it.
So
He can keep the control now. He's on the winning one.
sort of checking his bow down just as he approaching the upstream there, really pressing his weight forwards, getting in. Just maybe a little bit too dramatic there.
Well, 1 second's up.
Still a second up.
1 second up.
Giovanni will be nervous at the moment.
I suspect so. It's the last athlete of the day to go down.
Yeah, he made it.
But Giovanni was good at the end.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so Matthew lost just a little bit of time there on the exit of the upstream.
Is that another second?
It's gonna be close. Oh, he picked up a touch at 19.
No.
Oh dear, he's going to have to hammer it now.
Could there still be
Oh,
a medal?
another touch on 21.
No, it's all fallen
Yeah,
apart.
it's gone.
So the time was good.
Yeah, the time was fast. But 2 touches are too much for a medal.
Giovanni Canoe is the champion. And with Daniele Momenti.
Losing
Good
that
team.
in second. And Jiri Piszkowicz on the podium again.
So it's all about, isn't it? Pure joy.
I think Jiri medaled like 4 World Cups this year. Without winning one.
So it's going well for Matthew. Leading at the halfway.
Yeah, he had an amazing top part.
Yeah, it just all fell apart on the bottom. I think it disrupted his rhythm a little bit in 14. We had to duck round, and then after then,
Such a light touch. Yeah. 2 light touches, yeah.
such a shame. Always feels upsetting when you see a good run go to waste. It's always exciting to see the potential of what that quickest run can be of the day. But Giovanni was amazing today.
And let's see what confidence it gives him going forward. I think we're going to have some results.
So we have Defu and De Gennaro on 1 and 2, and they started first and second in this final.
We've seen that right throughout the weekend, haven't we? Really?
Yeah. Like yesterday, Ricardo.
And Franz Anton. So here we go. Giovanni Di Gennaro takes the gold for Italy. Lucien Delfort takes the silver for Australia.
It's pretty close from the third
Jiri
to the sixth.
Piszkowicz, Czech Republic takes the bronze. And as you said, there's only 0.8 of a second between the third and the fifth place. And I guess we'll be working out the figures of the overall standings.
Yeah, Baby Jiri taking the win for sure, and I think BSC in second.
Congratulations, Giovanni. You've taken the World Cup final race win. Talk me through how you found that time. Whereabouts on the course did you find the time in this final?
Well, finally, Daniele told me the secret to win in Laseo. That's all that matters. No, I think that I had a good first run, but we saw some room to improve. And then I heard Lucien time at the start, and I said, okay, I want to challenge him, and I really want to get close to him. I can make it, and then the run was really good, and it was just about pushing harder.
Well, great. And how important is this for you going into the World Championships in 3 weeks' time?
Well, it means a lot because we had like low up and lows during this season. The first 3 World Cup, I couldn't find my performance, and after a really hard summer, we could finally close the gap that I had with the best ones. And I know it's still like just one race, but it gives me a lot of confidence for the Worlds.
Great. Well, congratulations, Giovanni. Well done.
And let's have a look at the World Cup standings. Jure Priskovic will take the lead, the win. Finally by a lot of points from Matthew Biazizu, who managed to come up. Vip Prindis was third. Sebastian Schubert sitting next to us is 8th this year without competing. It just shows how good you are.
That's good. Yeah, still 8th place with making 2 times not the final and finishing 35th. 35th in Augsburg and 34th today. So the other 3 races were quite good.
Well, always take away a positive.
But
So
we saw 2 on the 3rd place.
Yeah, Joe Clark was an equal third with Vitz by the looks of it.
thanks, Reese. Thanks, Sebastian. Thanks, everyone. You can follow us on Planet Canoe. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. The World Championships in Rio starting 2 weeks' time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Jessica Fox, 2018 World Cup champion. 5 wins from 5 starts. How are you feeling?
Oh, thrilled. Look, it's been an amazing World Cup season, and I heard that Mallory and Nadine put down some fast times, and I just gave it everything in that race, and I'm thrilled to come away with that overall title.
Well, great performance. Thanks very much, Jessica, and we'll see you at the World Championships in 3 weeks' time. Congratulations, Giovanni. You've taken the World Cup final race win. Talk me through how you found that time. Whereabouts on the course did you find the time in this final?
Well, finally, Daniela told me the secret to win in Laseo. That's all that matters. No, I think that I had a good first round, but we saw some room to improve. And then I heard Lucien time at the start, and I said, okay, I want to challenge him, and I really want to get close to him. I can make it, and then the round was really good, and it was just about pushing harder.
Well, great. And how important is this for you going into the World Championships in 3 weeks' time?
Well, it means a lot because we had like up and lows during this season. The first 3 World Cup, I couldn't find my performance, and after a really hard summer, we could finally close the gap that I had with the best ones. And I know it's still like just one race, but it gives me a lot of confidence for the Worlds.
Great. Well, congratulations, Giovanni. Well done. Tell me a little bit more about where you found that time on this tricky course.
Ma la semifinale è stata davvero, penso, una mia buona run, quindi abbiamo analizzato davvero nei dettagli con Daniele dove si poteva fare dei miglioramenti e abbiamo trovato pochi punti su cui potevo fare la differenza tecnicamente, ma molti punti sull'aspetto emotivo e sull'aspetto energetico, quindi sono entrato in gara più cattivo e ho lottato fino alla fine, non ho lasciato nulla al caso e sono riuscito a migliorare quei secondi.